Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your monthly horoscope. And this one's for you, Libra. Some of June's astrology will probably make you stop and take a close look at your current circumstances. Now, June is not going to be an ideal month to push forward with new plans, but you will have lots of support to close the loop on unfinished business. Now, the time you take this month to deal with what's in front of you is going to free you up for new beginnings next month. So you might guess I'm talking about Mercury Retrograde here. That's usually when it's time to slow down and finish what we've started. This Mercury Retrograde began on May 29th and it is lasting until June 22nd. This can cause some delays, miscommunications, and other general types of complications that might be frustrating at times. However, keep your cool because this is a great time to slow down and think about what you're doing. It's possible you've been pushing full steam towards a goal that needs some revising, or it's begun to take you in the wrong direction. I love using these Mercury retrograde cycles to review and revise plans and realize where I've gotten off track. It can be a very productive time period. It's also a really good time period to reconnect with people from your past, catching up, answering all those old communications that have been sitting in your inbox. Those types of things will be supported this month. Now, Venus, which is your ruling planet, is going to enter Cancer on June the 2nd. And this is going to be really good for anything to do with career-related goals, as well as your relationship with coworkers. So even with this Mercury retrograde, Venus can help you make the best of your circumstances and find the right people to collaborate with and work together, share support, this type of thing. Now we've got our first solar eclipse of the year coming right up on June 10th. And it's at 19 degrees Gemini. So solar eclipses are high-powered new moons, and they often stir up energy that prompts us towards an ending or a beginning, sometimes both. It's not usually right on the day of the eclipse, but it can definitely be in the weeks around that time frame. And if you were born on or around October the 13th of any year, or if you have around 19 degrees of Libra rising, you're going to have the greatest amount of support for your goals at this eclipse. So it's really helping you. Gemini's an air sign, Libra's an air sign. This eclipse is giving you some good positive support to change direction or to start something new. Again, not this month, but coming right up in July and August, there's a lot of forward moving energy. So it's really important to use this eclipse to get some of your intentions down on paper so that you can focus on them. And it's a really good time for all Libra and Libra rising people to set intentions related to education, new life adventures, anything that will help you gain perspective. It's a great to set intentions if you need to research or gather information, as well as working on communication skills. So there's a lot in there that you can make use of. And on June 11th, the day right after this eclipse, Mars is moving into Leo. And this will probably have an energizing effect. You might feel compelled to catch up with friends, as I was mentioning. It's a really good month just for some lighthearted socializing. It's not a time to make big commitments or start new romantic relationships, but you can certainly enjoy the moment and have fun with the people around you. It's a great time for acts of generosity and supporting humanitarian causes. All of this is supported under Mars in Leo. And on June 14th, we have some big time astrology going on with the outer planets. Saturn and Uranus are in an exact square, June 14th. Now, this astrology is going on all year, but this month we feel it most strongly because the square is exact. If you want to learn more about this square, I have a video on the channel. It's in the Astrology of 2021 playlist. It's just called Saturn Uranus Square of 2021. This is a big deal, and it's acting on a big picture level to help people make changes to systems that have been around for a while. In your personal life, that's kind of what's going on too. So unforeseen circumstances or realizations could inspire you to address relationship issues. That's a big one in your chart with this astrology. But again, try to wait until after June 22nd, when Mercury will be direct to initiate major decisions or actions. You can use this month to research your options and focus on the activities that support your inner peace in the moment. Now, we've got Jupiter stationing retrograde on June the 20th. And that's the same day the sun moves into Cancer. That's the solstice. So summer solstice up in the northern hemisphere, winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. But it's Cancer season, and we've got Jupiter in Pisces stationing retrograde on the same day. This astrology is highlighting the importance of emotional connections as well as listening to your intuition. It's very watery. Adding to this vibe is Neptune in Pisces stationing retrograde on the 25th. So this is going to be a time when you think around the 20th, 25th through the end of the month, that you might feel extra emotional. It's a good time to slow down. Again, Mercury retrograde's been doing that. But Jan Spiller was really big on being extra gentle with yourself and others around these Neptune retrogrades. And it's really not a time to force anything. And just know as we get to the end of the month and hit July, there's a lot more clarity and forward-moving astrology available. So try to create some space for yourself towards the end of the month. We've got this full moon on June 24th, and it's at 3 degrees of Capricorn. This could be challenging for some Libras. If you were born around September 26th of any year, or if you have around 3 degrees of Libra rising, you might feel some extra pressure at this full moon to get it together in some way. We all have those times where we sort of wake up and think, oh, I've got to pull this together. This Capricorn full moon might be prompting that. All Libras can have realizations that help them to step up and take responsibility. You can use this really productively. You can direct your energy towards taking action in a positive way without dwelling in the past or judging yourself. If you have this realization, oh, I should have done this a long time ago, that's great. That's what the full moon is illuminating for you, and you can move forward with that knowledge and don't beat yourself up over the past. So I hope you can make the most of June's astrology. There's a lot going on. Take it easy on yourself. Be safe and be well, and I'll see you here soon with your horoscope.